How's the food? Good? Food and drink good? Right on. Well, we just want to say thank you. You guys are our core team, the serious business builders of EXP here in the Sacramento area. And we even have a few of you snuck in from the Bay Area. Welcome, my Bay Area brothers and sisters. Well, I think most guys, no offense, Miguel, I didn't call you a sister or whatever. But I think it was, I don't know if we have any of the gals that came. Anyways, well, we got a great lineup up for you of speakers. It's going to go fast. It's going to be fun. We're going to share some cool stuff with you. So I want to get started with my man, John Foster. John is from the Pleasanton area. Let's see. What are some of the cities you're by? I know
Castro Valley.
Castro Valley.
Dublin, San Ramon, Danville.
Yeah, he's awesome. How many homes do you sell a year?
275.
275 homes a year in the Bay Area. Bay Area prices. Who would like that? You get up, get up. So the man's on fire. This just records the sound. It doesn't project anything, but we are recording. So each speaker needs to hold this and just share 2-3 minutes what's going on, what you're doing at rock and roll in the area of agent attraction. He had something really cool happen. So everyone give John Foster a hand, everyone.
Thank you, Brent. Good to be here with you guys today. It's an honor just to be around all the leaders in the room here. I want to just thank you, Brent, for your leadership. I like following people that are excited, that are passionate about what they're doing, and it inspires me to follow their lead, and Brent's done that for all of us. I'm sure you guys are great. I just want to give you one more round of applause, Brent. So I just have a minute or two, and I want to share a couple of exciting things that's happened in my business as a result of just plugging into the system that we have been created for us. I'm one of those broker owners that said I would never do anything different. That's going on my 8th year at EXP. Some of you in the room will remember those days. What's EXP? Never heard of it before. Good luck. That company will probably go under. We heard all those things. But we did get to pick up some stock at $1.15. We're not laughing about that anymore. But I just remember being grateful for the opportunity. I did not know where it would go. Fast forward to today, my wife and I are very humble and grateful. We lead a mega icon team at the company with 61 agents. And what I wanted to say today was 2 things. In my market, in Alameda and Contra Costa County, we've got a belief system, or you could call it something else. And that belief system for luxury agents is that EXP won't work. If you're a luxury agent, you sell $3 million homes, which, by the way, we do, that you've got to be with Compass or Coldwell Banker or different things like that. And we've set out, we've got a couple of amazing agents from our team here, to instead of telling them that it works, we're showing them. And so I'm excited about that. We've got the luxury signs. We're luxury certified. We've spent a lot of money on branding. Our videos look better than any of the luxury other agents, just for what it's worth. And our mission is to flip a lot of these luxury Danville, Alamo, San Ramon agents over to EXP. So if you guys think that's a good idea, come join me. One more thing, and I'll give it back to Brent. Plug into whatever group or system, or be as close to Brent or the resources he provides you as close as possible. I was on a webinar yesterday, and Brent gave me a great idea. He said, "What do you do for a living?" What do you all do? We negotiate, yes or no? Yeah. We negotiate for a living. So is attracting agents and getting them to sign with EXP negotiation? 100%. So he said, well, what if agents get offered a cap deferment? Who's ever heard of a cap deferment? They're looking at EXP, Compass, Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker. Well, what if Compass offers them, we'll put you on 100% for the rest of the year, and we at EXP goes, oh, we can't do that, and you just lost that agent to Compass. So Brent has been great at opening my mind to different ideas. He goes, just ask EXP for permission. I did that yesterday, got the approval this morning, had a phone call with his big producer at Keller Williams, and he can be on 100% till the end of the year. So Brent, thank you for expanding my mind and stretching what I thought was possible. Thank you.
You bet, you bet. Thank you. All right. So that's not something you lead with, but what do you do when someone's stuck on the fence and they won't move? It's told, if I could get you 100% for the next 2 years, would you move? I'm expanding your minds right now. Do you know that we can get people 100% for 2 years? It's rare, but it's doable with the right person or right group. 100% for a year, that's like taking the trash out. Okay? That's like easy to do. I want to expand your minds. And so you don't lead with it. Listen to me. Do not lead with, and don't put that in print, but the right person, they're stuck. And they're going, well, I got all these deals in escrow. I got commercial deals. I have a $5 million luxury deal. 10, I don't want to leave till it closes. I go, what if we could get you 100% for the next 9 months, next 12 months, everything you close? Well, I got 18 listings. What if I could put you at 100% on all 18 listings? When they close, you get every dime. If I would you? Yeah, I'd move. I said, okay. Then you get on the phone with Amy Weaver, write it down. Amy Weaver, Russ Laggin, Russ Laggin, Frank, with the P, it's Italian. I don't know, Frank P, find him. And, or Sean Murphy. These guys will go make exceptions. We don't buy agents, we don't buy brokerages. They get to keep their brand. Listen to me, they get to keep their brand and they get to be brokered by EXP. They keep their brand, EXP gets to get sued. Come on, somebody. They get to mitigate the liability, keep their brand, which is what they want. They want their brand. Everybody gets to keep their brand in fine print, brokered by EXP. California is not allowed the words powered by EXP. It must be brokered by EXP. No big deal. So there are so many things that are possible, okay? Am I guaranteeing it? No, but for the right person, right situation, we can do 2 years at 100%. We can get them a big old check. For some people, we can give them $1 million worth of stock, $500,000 worth of stock with 3-year vesting. And it's called the Boost program. It's got to be the right, but if I would you, it opens up conversations. It will open up doors. Now, don't make such a big promise. If you say $1 million and we end up giving them 100,000, be smart. Does that make sense? Because then it's insulting. So you got to be smart. If you're curious, send me a text message. John heard yesterday, and so he went and contacted Amy Weaver. She says, yeah, we'll do that deal. It depends upon how much they sell. They typically need a cap, you know. And let's say someone's a half capper. They only do half a cap. Probably get them 100% for 4 months. The first 4 months, every closing they have, they keep every dime. Full capper, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Full capper that might go to Sotheby's or Compass or Keller Williams or wherever. A year, 100%. Influential capper that is super influential. They're the president of the Orange County Board of Realtors. They're the president of YLOPO or YPR. We could get them a year and a half because they're influential. So think out of the box. With that, I want to give this to a friend of mine. I called him up and I said, hey, I want to talk to you about real estate. He's like, not interested, absolutely not for me. And I said, how long have we been friends? He goes, I don't know, 35 years. I go, you're going to watch my video or I'm going to do a lawn job on your house and back up. And you know, he's like, okay, Gove. And he watched the video. He loved it, got his license. Today he has 1,300 agents and brokers that work for him. And he's going to tell you about something really cool that just happened to him over the past almost half a year. It's kind of a dream come true. I'm going to toss this to you. You got to catch it and then speak into it. So here we go. Vincent St. Louis, everyone.
Yeah, so he says, you got to watch this. And I said, well, I'm not in real estate. He says, so? I said, you mean I don't have to sell real estate? He said, no. So I realized you didn't ask me. You asked him how many deals he does a year. I do none. I never have. I didn't get in this to do that. So, but I recruit. That's what I do. And I just got back actually 2 days ago. My wife and I jumped on a 40-foot motorhome pulling a Jeep Wrangler around the country for 5 months, 12,000 miles, saw all over the United States, just turned and burned. I couldn't tell you how many places we went to. But when I was a general contractor, I could never do that. When I was on vacation, as you guys are with real estate, when you say, okay, we're going to go on vacation this time, you get all these deals. And then you're on vacation dealing with deals. And the kids are out, wife's out having a good time. When I was building houses, I was doing that. I was either worried about the job I was going to have to hunt down when I got back from vacation or the stuff that my employees were messing up. And when we were in Hawaii or wherever we were. EXP gave me the opportunity to just recruit agents. They don't come to me and ask me how to do a closing, how to schedule a pest inspection. They don't do nothing. I do nothing but refer them to EXP. I referred 54 agents, turned into 1,300 in 9 countries, and it's not because I'm so good. There's 2 key things that I did. One is I did the basics, and I believed that a blind squirrel can find an acorn as long as he keeps looking. I believed I could find people that would name me as their sponsor. I knew that. There was no way I could be the only person that saw it. And so I talked to real estate agents that sell real estate. And then my wife and I, like I said, we got back 2 days ago. Don't know whether we're going to head back out on the road again, but it was a great time. Beautiful big motorhome, 4 pop-outs. we had more room in that thing than we needed, and it was expensive as shit. So excuse me, it was way expensive because we still have a house, everything that goes along with the house, but 7 miles a gallon on that thing, and diesel, but it was so worth it. And without EXP, I would have never done it. Thanks for telling me to do that, Brent.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you. Can you guys hear okay in the back room there? No. So I'm going to move my speakers. Sean, it doesn't shut. I tried. Sean, come on over here because they can't hear. We're going to move our speakers to the middle of the room. If I ask you to speak, come stand here. Try to do your best to broadcast.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Sean Work, everybody.
Hey.
It's just recording.
Great. How we all doing? Hey, who's excited to be back at Animal House? Yeah, we've certainly missed these, and always great to see Brent. I'd like to introduce you to somebody who just came over from Chase International. She's a great addition to EXP. That's Dawn. Dawn Deal. Good, stand up, wave it out, wave it out.
There she is.
So, welcome. Awesome. So I got a couple things I'll chat about this, and I know you're going to go into Cabo, but I'll tell you my personal. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Rich. I'll tell you my personal story about Cabo. Brent says, "Hey, go invest in building your business." Like for most of you, this organizational building, it's a startup. How many of you feel like you're in startup in regards to building your organization? Okay, so here's what I want to share with you. You got to invest in it. You're building your own franchise. It's one of the beauties of EXP, isn't it? You have your real estate license, and now not only can you sell, but you can build your own brokerage under the auspice of EXP. So here's what I'll share with you that I did. I put on a credit card, 12 plane tickets, 12 hotel rooms, 12, what else did I do? Plane tickets, hotel rooms, and tickets to the event. 2 top producing agents, okay? Out of those 12, do you know how many joined? 11. Do you know how many are with us still today? 11. This is 3 years ago. Okay? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And we're still working on number 12. Don't get me wrong. She's an independent brokerage, or she owns an independent brokerage.
Because it took me a while
Yeah.
to get you.
Yeah, exactly. True. So what I'll share with you is, as Cabo is coming, you gotta be getting those people and planting those seeds right now. Now is the time. Okay. What else did I have on here? Okay, so as far as startup is concerned, for new franchises, for new businesses, do you know how many people out of 100 actually make it out of startup? 5. So if you're in startup right now and you're going, startup means you got anxiety and you're excited about it. And if you don't have anxiety and you're not excited about it, man, you got to find something else. You got to find something to light your fire. For me, it's people, right? Helping people. Okay? So if you find yourself in that situation where you've been here a while and you're hitting a brick wall, that's normal. That's part of building a business, is this brick wall. What you got to say is, man, I'm going to maneuver through growth. I'm going to be the 5% that make it. And what is that? So write these things down. You got to be willing to learn. Number 1, you got to be willing to change. Number 2. Number 3, you got to be self-aware. You talk to team leaders across the United States who are selling massive amounts of real estate and running big organizations. The first thing they will say is, man, I'm self-aware. I know what I do right, what I do wrong, what I'm working on, where I'm failing, where I'm succeeding. And then finally is skill set. You got to work on your skill set, just like many of you who got into real estate business. And how long did it take you to master the listing presentation, consultation, buyer consultation, how to market, et cetera, et cetera? You got to work on it. Day in, day out. Finally, I'll end with this. We were talking about incentives, okay, and startup, and this all plays together. Brent asked me to share about this. I've been working on bringing Panama over for about 3 years. We've had probably 10 conversations with the people from Panama, and they got in a situation where they go, hey, we want some change. We're tired of our old model. We're tired of paying so much. We're tired of hitting the brick wall. We're tired of hitting the plateau. By the way, if you're plateauing, that's an early death of your business. So change it, okay? But regardless of that, talking about these incentives, We went to EXP, and they said, hey, what if we just made you the leader of the country instead of just recruiting you over? So we've been working on this for a while, and the opportunities here are endless if you just ask questions. That's where I'll end it.
Awesome. Thank you. Give Sean a hand, everybody.
Woo!
It's pretty cool. And the key is not to recruit by yourself. I always had Sheila. I always had Rob. I always had Gene. They were on the phone or Zoom. But when you could bring Sean and put him next to you, Paul Frank and put him next to you, Aaron Rawls and put him next to you, Clark Broom, Don Yoakum, Matthew Stewart and put him next to you, Russell, Amir. You want to do it together. Fidel, you and Miguel in the Bay Area. One is good. 1 + 1 does not equal 2. It equals 11, right? You're more powerful together than you are alone. So our next speaker is growing EXP globally. Help me welcome Amir Chakovic.
Close. Chachkovich. Before I say I'll internationally something, when you think about the electric car, what is the first one you think of? Tesla. So when you think about brokerage with the revenue share, do you think about Epic or LPT, LDP, whatever? Or who is the first one? EXP. So because I have a discussion always, hey, the other one offering whatever better percentage or whatever, right? But it's the first one who is international, first one who is and invented this model, right? I'm working on building this internationally, working on the opening EXP in Croatia, Serbia, and Bosnia, and also with Turkey, right? Thank you. So we have a meeting with Felix, is our new global expansion director next week. So we'll see what we can do. It's no limit in our organization, right? The goal is 100 countries, 1 million of agents. We are 89,000 or plus minus. So we are 8.9% of our future growth. So it's a very good position to be right now. Now, instead, in the next 5 years, we are 60 or 70%. I want actually to introduce one person who will be next future superstar. Nolan, please get up. So he is 21. He just got his license. He closed 3 transactions, have about 20 buyers right now, and he has 5 agents in his organization. 21. Who wants to be in his position at the age of 21? I wish I was there. And thank you very much.
All right. Give Amir a hand, everybody. Amir Chakovic. All right. Our next speaker at one point was one of the largest owners of Keller Williams in the world. He owned all or part of over 33 Keller Williams globally, and he's a rock star. He's here at EXP. I too talked to him like I talked to Sean. Sean told me no. Don told me no. So if you get no's, almost everyone I have has told me no. Vincent told me no. Everyone told me no. My wife told me no, but I kept pushing. And so Don today has over 1,000 agents in his organization and brokers. And help me welcome Don Yoakum, everyone.
Thanks, Brent. By the way, it was not now. It was because I did come a year and a half later, and I estimate that probably is costing me about $100,000 a month right now. That little delay. So my message, I wanted to have you guys think about how we have been building business in the real estate industry for many decades. How many of us work primarily by referral? Okay. And when I'm coaching an agent that wants to work by referral, I will encourage them to build a sphere of influence of 300 people because people move about every 10 years. And so if you show up to them as a real estate resource to become their realtor of choice, it's 30 deals a year. Okay? How many of us practice real estate basically in that manner? Well, guess what? The same thing can be applied in the professional realm. If homeowners move every 10 years, what do you think is the frequency of agents moving brokerages? Anybody want to guess? 3 to 5, I hear. I think to be safe, let's say 5. Okay? So instead of, or in addition to building a personal sphere of 300, If I build a professional sphere of 300 and people move every 5 years, how many of those agents are going to move every year, whether I like it or not? 60. That's right. That's 5 a month. Okay, now, if I were to select those 300 based on the top relo markets to mine, could that potentially get me some referrals for my business today also? Who could use an extra referral here and there right now? Okay, so one approach that you might consider is building a professional sphere of, in this case, I'm suggesting 300 agents, get in relationship with them, stay in touch with them every 90 days, and so that when they inevitably move, you're in that consideration. If 5 of them are moving every month and you follow that strategy, I think you could get 1. That's good. Okay? So that's my share for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. So a great example of that is I became friends with John and Valerie Jennings. I did not try to recruit them to EXP. They were happy as could be at Purple Bricks. And I just helped them, loved them. They're like, hey, we're not coming to EXP. I go, I'm used to hearing that, you know? But I said, yeah, and I met with them, and we had a great meeting. He goes, can we meet again next month? We ended up meeting month after month after month after month for like 9 months. I never talked about EXP. He's like, how's it going? It's going great. But I made it about John and Valerie. Well, guess what? When Purple Bricks, which are a European-owned company, pulled out of Sacramento, I was the first call they made because I was a friend to them. They knew that I was a genuine friend to them. I'm like, I'll help you. I taught them how to run their team meetings, how to run a team. I just gave them what I knew, and they knew that I didn't want something from them. I wanted something for them. Does that make sense? And people could tell when someone wants something from you or for you. It's a big difference. So on that note, one of my favorite people on the planet, he is from Elk Grove. He's a person who wants things for people. I love him. Help me welcome Mr. Jason Hamilton, everybody.
Thanks, Brent. I really don't even know what I'm going to talk about today because I found out about 20 minutes ago he was going to ask me to talk. So what I can say is just...
It's the first time something like this has ever happened.
Yeah. When Brent asks, you just say yes. So, I mean, basically what I've just been doing is just doubling down on loving people and caring for people, you know, getting out of the transactional mindset. So I'm going to be really brief today. If I can help you with anything, just start loving on people, caring on people, building your relationships, whether it's in your sales business or in your recruiting. You know, in the beginning, I used to get upset when people said no. Like, what do you mean no? This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, we don't all see it at the same time, and I had to remember it took me 2 years to come over. 3? Yeah. Probably cost me a lot of money too. So yeah, just love on people where they are, and like Brent said, just help them. That's it.
Thank you. Give him a hand, everybody. By the way, it took me 8 years to go to Keller Williams. 8 years. And by the time I got there, I remember thinking, you're crazy if you're not at Keller Williams. Like, I felt sorry for people, actual empathy. And it took 8 years. It was, you know why it took 8 years? Because people did hit and runs on me, hit and runs. Love them and leave them, love them and leave them. But they could say they were gone. They did stay in relationship with me. Maureen stayed in a relationship with me for 2 years. And the last 2 years of that 8-year run, she kept showing up, kept inviting me out to lunch, kept asking questions about me, not making it about. And then finally I started going to Keller Williams events, and I fell in love with Keller Williams. Here's the bottom line. The people sponsor the people. The people sponsor the people. Tina Call is going to be here next month, September 19th. Every single one of you should be here. I'm spending thousands and thousands flying her and her husband out first class, putting them up. They're headed to Napa. There's no cost. You can bring as many guests as you want. That should be in everybody's calendar. Don't show property. Go take a listing. You got to tank up. She is, in my opinion, one of the best speakers in the world. She can hold her own in front of 30,000 people on stage. And you need to get as many guests there as you can to go to the next level. speaking of going to the next level, I believe we have in this room the #1 commercial agent for EXP in the world. He is a giver, not a taker. He's a coach. Everybody loves him. He's a gatherer. He builds people up, and he's kicking butt with EXP commercial. Help me welcome Mr. Paul Frank, everybody. Give him a hand. Oh, see? You just hold it here. Right here? Yeah.
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Super. Hey, it amazes me that I am here. I'm a commercial developer and broker for nearly 4 decades. And for, I believe, about 5 years, I told Joey some version of absolutely no chance. There is no way that I would ever do this.
Common thread here.
And if there's anybody for the poster child that would say no, it's me. I had my initials on all of my companies forever. It was never a consideration. And I consider my no's to Joey for 5 years as the biggest mistake I ever made in my professional life and possibly my life in general. But the good news is I'm here, and the community and stuff, I have this conversation on a daily basis that people send to me about the community with this company, which I never understood because I was always the tip of the spear and the bearer of all the weight. So it's been an amazing ride. What I want to talk to you about is expanding your business and your organization with commercial. So we do a little thing called EYB, which is expand your business in commercial real estate. Two things I want you to consider. Over my career, I have discovered 2 things that nearly every single person I have ever dealt with in commercial has in common. Number 1 is they live in a house, followed by they have a relationship with you guys, a residential realtor, and that relationship is much more personal and intimate. You guys get invited to the weddings and the baby showers. We don't. So think about it. We do a class on it. For those of you that have organizations, we're happy to come out and help you grow. I will tell you it is an amazing tool for agent attraction and retention. If you can show them how to expand their business with commercial real estate with little effort and distraction, they'll come to you and they won't leave. It's a differentiator. And then for those of you that have anybody that is on the fence for commercial, I had this week probably 10 calls, 3 of them in Canada, where people are on the fence. And I tell them my story, and none of them have more or any concerns or reservations that I didn't. They can't argue with me. I virtually have nobody that has said no for people after they've talked to me. So welcome to call me anytime, happy to help. So thank you.
You're awesome. Thank you. Hold on. I call him probably more than anybody in this room. I always ask him to help people in states. They're not in his group. He always jumps on a Zoom. He recruits people all the time for other people. He is awesome. He will help you. And the size of window you get through is the size of the window you get through. He's kicking butt. We all have the model explained for residential real estate. Paul and I sat down about 3 weeks ago, and we did the commercial model explained. It's 19 minutes long. And we got a domain name from GoDaddy, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell them the name so they can all, because if you bump across a commercial agent, go, watch this, and I can introduce you to the guy who made it. But what is the name of that thing?
TheCommercialModel.com. Right, Matt? Explained. Son of a gun.
Yeah. The commercialmodelexplained.com. Pull it up on your phone right now and verify we are not making a big mistake. Somebody pull it up. TheCommercialModelExplained.com. Rather than trying to email it to all of you, yeah, it is. We have confirmed. TheCommercialModelExplained.com, and it's 19 minutes long, and we've been giving it to people, and the commercial agents love it. Paul's kind of a no BS, no nonsense, straight up kind of guy. It comes through in the interview I did with him, and then from there, we just grow him from there. So anything else you want to say? You good?
Nope, that's it.
All right, give him a hand, everybody. Paul Frank. Okay, our next speaker told me no for years and years and years and years. So, so what? I told Keller Williams no for 8 years. You just got to hang in there. I had some people tell me yes. I can't think of any right now, but I'm sure they exist. But most people tell me no, and I don't know. Glenn Sanford says I don't hear the word no. Some of you need to just keep loving them. No means I need more love. You got that? No means love me more. You haven't loved me enough to give you a yes. And so just keep Take them out to dinner. And don't just do it because they'll come to EXP. Do it because you want to help someone. Like if they stay at Remax Gold, awesome. If they want to stay at Lions, awesome. Let's just help them. Are you with me, guys? And when it comes across your sincerity and your authenticity, and guess what? And maybe 6 months, and maybe 3 months, and maybe 2.5 years, like it was for Sean Work, or 2 years, whatever it was. But here's the deal. When the time is right, they come. And I have people I've helped who have never come. I'm okay with that because I'm a light in the darkness. I'm called to love and lift people up, right? And aren't that who you guys are, right? So it's all good. It all comes to you. So Steve is a huge giver. He brought his company to EXP, over 200 New Vision agents a few years ago. He's kicking butt, taking names. So give Steve Hillier a big hand, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Actually, we brought about 100 of them, and it's been great, and not all of them decided to stay, but here's what we decided to do. We decided to continue to build. So we've reached the beta. It's a level on you guys, and our team's been in the top 50 mega teams for the last 2 years. And over this whole process, one, Brent did love me. He's always been one of my dearest friends for years. But the thread of what we're trying to express to you guys is building something great means that you're going to have to invest in people. You're going to have to love them. You're going to have to be in their court when they're not really, receptive, and continue to just be that pillar, okay? Now, one of the things that we've decided to do on our team is decide, how do we address the newer agents? How do we address the agents who are trying to figure out how to database? And we have really mastered KV Core. Every one of you guys have that tool in your back office. Who here would like to master it? You guys want your agents to master databasing, to do what Don Yoakum said, target 300 people and be somebody that they see you as my realtor, okay? If you win the title of my realtor, people will use you, period. So every Friday morning, we've been committed for this last year from 10 o'clock to 10:45. We do a half an hour training. It's Zoom at alexdyer.com. You guys write that down. Zoom with Alex Dyer, DYER.com. I invite everyone here. It's free. And what we do is we teach 6 pillars on how to, we call them plays, if you will, that have been proven by leaders all over America to be successful with KV Core, to get that baby cranking. But it also works good for recruiting, which I've learned from Matthew Stewart and the different people out here that are doing well. But please, your agents, if you want them to database, they are free to plug into what we're doing. And we will love them, we will coach them, and we will take them through the process to learn how to database, because this thing's a rising tide and we will raise all the ships here. I can't thank Brent enough for being great and gracious and helping us all have a nice time here. But learn the databasing, and I believe you guys, if you just take the time to target 100 to 200 agents, like Don said, 300, you're going to find they will mature and they will join your team. You guys will build an awesome organization. So plug into our training, and we'd love to have you.
Thank you, buddy. Give Steve a hand. We got one final speaker. By the way, I'm looking around. There's 20 of you I could have easily had come up here and speak. I just have to kind of pick a hodgepodge of people every time. If you did not get asked to speak, I'll probably be asking you at the next Animal House. By the way, this is Animal House. You guys are animals. Everybody go, arr. Yeah, well, that must be like a pirate thing, actually. I don't know. But this are the animals, the ones who want to have a passive income, the ones who want to receive more stock and build their rev share. And we do it together. There is not one speaker, not Steve Hillier, not Don Yoakum, nobody that will not help you. Vincent St. Louis will help you. Sean Work will help you. Reach out. And I hope you're sitting here going, man, I should have had so-and-so here. And this is by invitation only. You could have sent me a text, go, can I bring so-and-so? I hope some of you are just going, man, I wish they would have heard this. We didn't know that we could write a check for $500,000. We didn't know we could put someone at 100% for 2 years. Now, don't go to EXP Corporate. Brent said you'll give me 100% for 2 years. I didn't say that. I said we might be able to for the right person. That's a big, long, but I've gotten it done. Do you know I've gotten it done? I've gotten a year and a half done. I've gotten a year done. And let me tell you, when they realize I have to keep everything for the next year and I'm suffering right now, except the $25 broker review fee, $60 for the which caps out after 12. And then if they're on a mega team, it's $75 per deal, which is what Steve's team pays. And if you're just an individual agent, it's $250 a deal when you're 100%. But they pay $250, $60, and $25, and the $60s go away. So that's just $250 and $25. It's $275 a deal. They keep the rest, but they're winning stock awards. They're getting revenue share. They get to plug into this. So we do Animal House every quarter. And so we'll be doing it again, and we're stoked. So we have a final speaker, and then I'm going to wrap up with just a few thoughts. We're not going to wear you out. And was this good so far? Yeah. All right, awesome. So our final speaker was, anybody watch The Green Mile? Yeah. Well, he worked at Folsom State Penn, baby. He was a guard. He's more tatted up than the prisoners. And he proudly wears his tats. I love the man. He opened a barbershop. It became the #1 barbershop, and I believe Northern California, all the Bay Area, everywhere. He's just kicking butt, taking names. He gets into real estate and just takes over a market. It's, easy to take over. It's nothing. It's Folsom. He took it over. He went from nobody to top 5. And his superpower is being real, is being authentic, is being willing to show his motorcycle, his cool truck, his tattoos, and just be who he is. And I absolutely love this man. And I asked him to come share today a little bit about what he's doing to create culture and community. And because he's, not only does he sell a ton of real estate, he's created a complete movement in the Folsom, El Dorado Hills area. Help me welcome Mr. Aaron Rawls, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. So a couple of things. Brent also asked me to speak about a half hour ago, so I didn't really have anything planned. But some of the things that I've been doing to help grow my group is, number one, in this industry, how many of you guys get hit up from lenders, title reps every week, right? So I started leveraging those people. If Miguel's a title rep and he's wanting my business, I go, hey, you can help me. I'm trying to build my organization. If you know agents that are struggling, if you know agents that aren't happy, send them my way. The other thing I do, I'll send a picture of a $100 bill and I'll take them out to lunch. And if what I show them doesn't make sense, I give them the $100 bill. I've never paid $100 yet, but the fact that I'm willing to do it lets people know I'm sincere. And I truly believe in what EXP has to offer. I also waited a year. That year cost me hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's when the stock was next to nothing. Now, it shot up. So I was really mad that I didn't just watch his video, because the night I watched his video, I couldn't sleep till about 1:30 because I realized how much money I left on the table. So now I truly believe in the company enough that I started thinking of ways that I could grow my group even more and things I can do to collaborate and bring more people in. So number one, what I did is probably 8 or 9 months ago, I opened an office in Folsom. You think, why would you open an office? Because there's a lot of agents that need an office or think they need an office and need a home base. We were running our team meetings at coffee shops every other week. And there'd be 8 of us, and then 30 of us, and then 55 of us, and we're taking over an entire coffee shop, and it just didn't make sense. We needed a home base, so I took over an office in Folsom. Everyone in my downline gets a key. So if you're involved in my group in any fashion, you get a key. If any of you guys are running around, you need an office in Folsom, I keep a lockbox on the left side of the building. Pop in. It's on East Natoma Street, right across from the police station. Super easy to see. And another thing I did specifically on that building is I did not put Rawls Realty Group on the sign. I put EXP on the sign because it's a home for all of us. So that's one of the things I did. The other thing that I did is the same thing with the title reps with lenders. All these lenders want our business. Everybody wants from us. So now I'm using all these different people to help build my group. Because the lenders, the title reps, they're always the ones sitting with people, and they know who's not happy. They know who's getting ready to leave. So I just asked for the intro. I think title reps, if you guys know, they have a rule. They can never refer just one person. So I'm always one of the 3 that they refer, but I'm the only one of the 3 offering $100 and lunch, if it doesn't make sense. So that helps me continue to grow. And then our meetings we do every 2 weeks, getting very big now. Brent pops in when he's in town. Standing room only in our current office, so we're probably going to have to get bigger. But my meeting is open to everybody from all brokerages every single week. So we constantly have the open invite for everybody to come in, and that seems to be real helpful. We have RE/MAX, KW agents, and the continuing theme here is we just love on them, pour into them, help them. It doesn't matter. Fidel and Miguel asked me a year ago, probably, they're in Vacaville, hour, 20-minute drive. Not in my downline. Hey, can you come out and get these guys hyped up, talk to everybody? Yep, what day do you want me there? Drove down, talked, had a good lunch, came back. They had a rep for Cutco. I ended up dropping so much money on Cutco that day. I'm like, oh, that is a good idea. So I'm thinking, did these guys get a cut off my order? So they got me. And then Amir gave a shout out to his young gun back there. Congrats. My young gun right here, Brandon Butler, he'll be hitting Icon this year, 22 years old. So that's all I got. Thank you, guys.
All right, awesome. Awesome. So good, so good. Hey, just curious. John, do you have an office?
Yes.
That's interesting. Sean Work, do you have an office?
Yes.
That's interesting. Paul Frank, do you have an office? Yeah, a couple, exactly. I could go around this room. People I watch. Now in Roseville, you use mine, right? But a lot of you are like, well, you know, if you're near Folsom, Sean just said I'll give you the code to my lockbox. You can use mine. It's across from the Folsom Chamber of Commerce. It is Park Place. It's Position A. Paul, people go down and work out of Paul's office all the time in Elk Grove. Sean's in Roseville. You know, we all help each other. One team, one dream. Other people here have an office. Marguerite closed hers in Roseville and moved into mine, which was a smart play. But I'm like, I can't afford an office. You should have. Miguel and Fidel, you guys are in Vacaville. Do you guys have an office? Absolutely. So it's not that, isn't EXP the mom? No, EXP shouldn't have offices, and they don't. But you should. Or you should find one you can work out of and create mojo, right? Bring people with you. But it's affordable, and I'll prove it to you. Like you bought your building, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Has it gone up in value?
Oh, yeah.
How much, you think?
Well, it was a dump. We renovated the whole thing.
Renovated a dump. So how much equity have you made?
400,000.
400,000 is a good play. Aaron, after he got help from different people to help chip in to pay the bill, what is it? This office is killer. What's it cost you a month, roughly, to run that after people chip in different ways you got creative to make it happen?
I got to ask my accountant.
How much?
800 or 900.
$800 or $900 a month. It's not super expensive, okay, to do this. That is an affordable deal. And so if you don't have an office where you are and you're out in Natomas, and you open a small office. Open something small and make it grow. It's great for mojo. I want to wrap up with this. I'm the final speaker, and I'm going to go about 7 minutes, and we're done. We're going to get you out of here. If you want to hang out and have coffee and dessert, that'll come, but I know a lot of you are going to bail. But if you do want to hang out and have some camaraderie, we'll just throw as you stay, Rob. I told Rob, no coffee, dessert. They got to go. And then I'm like, oh, the heck. We have coffee, dessert for you if you want it. I'm like, I'm so fired up, I'm ready to go. But if you want to hang out and have coffee and dessert, we do have it. Okay, so ready? This is so important to your future. Every one of you, John Foster, you need to be here. Fidel and Miguel, bring your tribe. It's about you coming with 30 people. It's about you guys coming with 40 people. We need to have 500-600 people here for this. Are you guys watching? This is so important in your future, but let me show you something more important. Here's what's more important. Right here, everyone hold this up. Everyone grab this. Right here, you guys all looking at this? We're already working on 2025. We've worked our butt off on Cabo to get Ed Milet. We're working on Tom Ferry, John Cheplak, Coach Burt, Bill Pipes. We're going to have an amazing best tournament we've had. But right here, when you see this, the first thing you should do is schedule them all on your calendar for the entire year. Because if you don't come, listen to me close. And I know many of you, listen to me. I'm walking over here to talk to some of you. Some of you skip these because you have a listing. You're showing property. You don't go, your team doesn't go. This is great for equipping your agents and helping them benefit. Bill Pipes last month killed it. And some of you weren't there and your team wasn't there. Some of you were there and you had 18 agents there. Some of you were there and had 40 or 50 agents there and your team is prospering. You're the leader. Your team does what you do. Now, if you're at a funeral, your own, no problem. But when I lived here and not in Puerto Rico, when did you ever not see me there? Never. When did I miss a team meeting? I don't miss team meetings. I don't miss church. I don't miss date night. I don't miss my open houses. I don't miss. I love my calendar. So for next year when you get this, put it in your calendar and bring people. We didn't have anything in Sacramento. There was no this.
Thank you, Brent, for bringing it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, bud. The bad part of that is you didn't have to pay for people to fly out. You didn't have to pay. The room isn't free at PCAR. Costs $1,000 with expenses. The speakers, their flights. And guess what? Because I paid for it, I got guests there. I rallied the troops, and I benefited. I wish you had to pay for it because you'd treat it differently. But every one of you should be there. So next month is Matt Plummer. Put it in your calendar. The month after that is Sean Kokosta, president of MAPS Coaching. 2 hours. You're going to get a business plan. Everyone will walk out of there. So how do you invite people? You say, come, do you have a business plan? No, I don't. Or they'll say, well, sort of. Okay, tell me about it. Well, I can't really explain it. Okay, not really. No, I don't. Right? Everyone says they do. Then when you ask them, oh, really? Tell me about it. Tell me what your business plan is. Well, it's kind of just in my head. That's not a business plan. It's clearly definable. So I said, look, be honest with me. Hope is not a strategy. You need to come here, Sean Kokoska. He used to be the president of MAPS Coaching, the #1 coaching program ever of all time. He's going to teach us. You're going to walk out of there with clarity on how you're going to get listings, how you're going to get buyers, when you're going to hire your first TC, your first assistant. You're going to have initiatives to implement. This is going to be a part of the process. I know you've done it before. Maybe you didn't do it, but maybe you're ready this time. But come to this and then bring guests. Bring guests. And they say, okay, I'll be there. And I say, okay, I'm glad you're going to be there, John, but it's going to be sold out. If I put you on the guest list, we're ordering food for you. We're going to have workbooks for you. And if you bail, somebody who could have gone will not get to come, and your seat will sit empty. So I need a firm commitment from you. Promise me you won't show property or take a listing. They will blow you off, right? Oh, I got to show property. Oh, I got a listing appointment that came up. No. I go, John, you promised me that you wouldn't show property. He's a RE/MAX agent. He's a Coldwell Banker agent. He doesn't get it quite yet. I go, if you reserve your seat, you're coming in stone. Or don't come at all. You in or out? I'm in. How does he get out of that? Then I remind him, hey, next week, don't forget, Tina Cole's come to town, or Sean Kokosta. Hey, don't forget, we're on in 4 days. We're on in 2 days. Oh, I need to bail. I go, dude, the thing's sold out. We ordered your workbook. We already talked about this. You need to rebook your listing appointment. You guys need to be a little stronger with people, right? You promised me. Do you remember that part where you promised me? Yeah. You got to be strong with people. Guess what? I think I got 50 people to commit. 33 showed up, and 18 switched companies. You put 18 on your front line in 1 month. Oh yeah, I got to hold it. Sorry. I'm holding it down by, he's freaking out. I got it by my hip. You'll hear my hip going chick-ka-choo or something. So here's the deal. This is how you grow. This is how you help your team. If you're there, your team will be there. If your team sees you bringing people, they will bring people. And this is how you grow. So I want to say that about that. And then, of course, EXPCon Miami is coming up. And it's going to be amazing. If you can afford it, go. It's $1,800 a couple for basic tickets. And it's expensive, but it will be powerful. And if you go there with one key prospect, you will grow. I showed it to 8, paid for 8. I had 6 sign up. Then I got 7. Sean was number 8. He finally came a year and a half, 2.5 years later. And so they do come. But get people to Miami if you can afford it. It is October 27th, 28th, and 29th, and the 30th. It really starts the 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's really those 3 days. X Camp is the 27th from 1 to 5. I'll be there. I love X Camp. It's just crazy. And then we'll all go out to dinner that night and have a good time. But that's there. Now, if you have to pick between the two, come to Cabo. Cabo's in March. It's March 11th through 16th. Everyone save the dates. Put it in your calendar. It is bar none the best event we do. Would you agree? James, is that the best feedback? What do you guys think? Is Cabo the most fun, the most impacting? So you want to say, this year I'm going to show up and bring 10 prospects with me. Why not? If you don't say it, it's sure not going to happen. You might be lucky to have 1. Set a goal so big, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Set no goal, trip over a mud puddle and face plant in a mud puddle. I don't know. You want to set goals that scare you out of bed. You want to be focused. You want to just get after it. You don't have to know how it's going to happen. You need to set the goal and get to work. So Cabo's a big, big deal. I hope every single one of you is animals in Animal House. This is a by invitation thing only. We don't market this. We tell you about it. We send you some things because we want the right people in the room. You are the right person. This is the right time. And as we're scraping down the bottom of this market, we're coming out the other side, we're going to explode to 250,000 agents. Our stock is going to go to $60, $70, $80 a share. Everything you hope for. Who's kicking butt? Airbnb, first to market. Who's kicking butt? Uber, first to market. Netflix, first to market. First to market always wins. We're going to open another 70 countries It's exciting. And you hear about people who are doing it in Panama with Sean and Amir and thank you. Yeah. And I'm trying to think of Serbia is the word I was trying to say, Serbia. But it's going to be powerful. Finally, now my office isn't $800 a month to run. It's $19,000 a month. So we let you work there Monday through Friday, no charge. And coffee is free. Copies are free. Snacks are free. Wi-Fi is free. Conference rooms are free. We don't charge anything. One way we do offset the thing is we make a fob available to you. And if you want to be there 24/7, go in anytime you want, work the weekends. We have a fob, and it's $100 a month, and we call it our coffee, copies, and access. And the acronym is CACA. Now, anyway, so we had a funny laugh over that. We're like, that's a terrible our CACA program. Coffee, copies, and access. And if you sign up today, you get 2 free months. And this just helps us offset some of the expenses. It is $19,000 a month. If you don't want it, blow it off. But we're going to give you the first 2 months free, which will be all of September, all of October. It'll start November 1st. So if you want a fob to my office for 24/7, I do not have a lockbox on the side of my office. I'm going to charge you. Yes.
Brent, I recently got that fob, and I'm in Nevada and here, but I met a couple of prospects there that were going to come in and maybe join, and they were very impressed by it. So
Ron Benning, everybody, used to own 2 Remax franchises, big star. And the office is a sponsoring tool in itself. It's classy, makes you look good. Thank you. Thank you. But anyways, we're not nickel and diming you for black and white or color copies. Make all the copies you want, I pay for it. I get a massive copier bill. Drink the coffee. We have power bars, food, snacks, beverages. It's all there. So we're not getting rich off that. We're just making my wife. By the way, Mrs. Gove came in. If you don't know her, stand up, baby. Stand up. There's my wife. Mrs. Gove loves the CACA program now, so I'm just saying. So if you want to do it, we'll let you know there. Was this a good Animal House, everyone? So final thing. I want to personally thank James Stroop, who's amazing. James, give him a hand. Raise your hand there, the man. He's like the Wizard of Oz. He helped design the whole flow of today with me. And Rob, give Rob a hand there. He's always doing the video. We hired a state-of-the-art photographer from New York City, my daughter, Sarah Gove. I might have made up the part about New York City, but it sounded good. Never let the details get in the way of a good story. Now, so thank you. So here's what I want to say. Patty, our general manager, is over here somewhere. I want to cheer for her, but we might scare all the patrons. But she's a general manager. She's even seen her here. She's a dear friend of mine for almost 40 years. She just said, here, just take my restaurant. Has she brought you enough food and drink and made it fun? So we love El Fornal. They've been so good to us. They almost had to get out of here in a month. They just got their 2-year lease renewed. So they get to be here for another 2 years. But please come back at Thanksgiving and Christmas and the holidays. Come back with your family. Come back with your friends. Come back with your prospects. The first ever EXP get-together I did was in front of that fireplace 7 years ago with about 18 people. And we enjoyed some good food and some good wine. I have the picture on my phone if you want to see it. That was my first ever EXP social. Do socials with your people. Take them to a winery and do wine tasting. Go play volleyball. Take them to the lake. Take them to the river. Rent a houseboat. Do fun things with people. Anyways, thank you for coming to today's Animal House. I think it was, you liked it. What time is it, 1:30 or 2:30?
It's 3:25.
Oh, it did last 2 hours. What time we start? 2, no, an hour. God, I want to do an hour and a half.
We're early.
I was trying to make it an hour and a half. Did we do good?
Yeah.
Good. Any final thoughts, comments, points, James? Did I miss anything?
No, good. We'll see everybody also at the Christmas party.
Yes, that was what I wanted to say. So if you look at the schedule, I don't know if I said it, but the very bottom of this, the annual schedule, we invented a Christmas party 2 days ago. If you look far right, it is December the 19th. It's a Thursday night from 6 to 8. We'll have a live music, a string band. We're going to be decorated. We're going to have food and drink and festivities. It's 2 hours, the 19th, open to everybody. You can bring RE/MAX agents, Sotheby agents. Come one, come all. Everyone is invited. It will be crowded and crazy and fun and festive. So it's December 19th, Northern California EXP Christmas party in my office. Love you guys. Have a great day. Go get them. We'll see you.